Hello everybody, this is Chris's Homebrew Sports and Games. I did manage to get another game in today. This is being recorded on Friday, May the 8th, 2020. We are doing St. Louis versus Atlanta. Alright, I don't know what just happened there, but that was kind of weird.
Apparently you think the coronavirus death toll in the United States is too high. It's fake news, and really the numbers are much smaller. Axios is reporting now that President Trump has quote, complained to advisors about the way coronavirus deaths are being calculated, suggesting that the real numbers are actually lower. A number of his senior aides share this view, according to sources from Direct Knowledge. A senior administration official says he expects the president to be publicly questioning the death toll as he closes in on his predictions for the final countdown.
Hi everyone, this is Heidi Watkins. Welcome to the show.
While that's happening at the political level, the virus is hitting close to home for the president, literally. From NBC News today, quote, one of President Donald Trump's personal valets who works at the White House, or to the West Wing serving the president his meals, among other duties, has tested positive for the coronavirus. Closest the virus is known to come to the president, the White House official. Staffers who come into close contact with the president have said they're tested regularly.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Braves and the St. Louis Cardinals. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Miles Mikolas is on the mound for the Cardinals. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Striding in, Ronald Acuna, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. And now a moment to show you the lineup for Atlanta in this one. Zero daytime road game for them. What you got?
Focusing on this lineup, Matt. One thing jumps out at me, they are going to have to be good at situational hitting. The guy on the opposition right now, on the bump, has been throwing the ball great. He's not going to give him anything. I know in today's game everybody's trying to go deep, but I'm telling you, a good hit and run, taking that extra bag today might be the difference between winning and losing.
No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Michaelis, he's the kind of pitcher that a lot of pitching coaches and managers really appreciate, and that he rarely issues the free pass. He's a strike thrower.
Yeah, Matty B, and I think every pitching coach and every manager loves to have a guy like this on his staff. He won't beat himself. He'll make you put the ball in play, and he's not afraid to get his defense allowed. He's a pitch-to-contact guy, and that's one of the keys why he's been able to be such a good pitcher at this level.
Throw on to first, 2 gone. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And into bat next, one of the best run producers in the game, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Now here's the pitch.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
0-1, here's the pitch. Good swing, but a late one as it's fouled off to the left. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fly ball out to straightaway center. Bader is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Down in order go the Braves. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. No score.
Excuse me.
Max Fried is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Braves. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, I think the key for him is going to be locating strikes and forcing soft contact. He doesn't have dominant stuff compared to some other guys, but if he executes, he can still be very effective. We'll see how he does.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here's the pitch.
Oh, he looks like he's 12.
The 2-0 on the way. Weekly hit towards first. He's got it. He'll take it to the bag himself, and the leadoff man is gone here to start the home first. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Yeah, man, I think everyone should keep an eye on Colton Wong. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Here's Matt Carpenter as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. There's prior history in this matchup. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Daryl Parker.
Hey, not a very big strike zone, but a strike zone kind of moves around a little bit too much for my liking.
Yeah, Dan, I know there's not a clear scouting report with Darryl. I'll tell you what, you're going to know in the first 2 innings where he's going to be.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Oh, and he was in complete control of that at-bat from beginning to end as that last one's waved at and missed for route number 2.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch-out right there. Got it to Bendamade by the time it got there, and it fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Inciarte will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Marcell Ozuna. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. First pitch coming, here it is. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Pulled the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball 1. Ozuna swings, and it's hit well to left.
That's out of here.
Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen. A solo shot here to left as the Braves get on the board first. It's 1-0.
Listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. d'Arnaud playing here in his age 31 season. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Bader patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
So here's how the Cardinals are positioned defensively. And let's focus on the captain of the defense, Yadier Molina. Future Hall of Famer, ability to control a pitching staff and shut down the opposition's running game.
Here's Ender Inciarte. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And look out, as that one ran in and got him.
And this guy loves to throw the slider, and it's a very effective pitch for him. But here's the flip side of that coin. He starts this one too far inside and plunks the hitter.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Johan Camargo. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Especially after drilling the last guy up at the plate. That's just a great job to get your mechanics back onto you and establish yourself back in the strike zone.
Inciarte, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch, 2 away.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
Dansby Swanson lining up to hit as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away.
So the Justice Department decided, no, you're not guilty.
The 1-0. It's the outside corner, strike one. 2 out with a man at first. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1 and 2. Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss and a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. But the Braves are on the board first thanks to the solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 1-0 Atlanta. Into the box, Paul DeYoung. Set to lead off the home half of the second. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Here's the first pitch to him. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. In now, Dexter Fowler. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Hard down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
A lot of traffic hitting the base pass first and second with 1 out. I know you're looking for a double play ball.
No question about it. I think one of the things you like to do when a pitcher is trying to jump on him early before he gets settled in. So far, so good. First and second looks like a big inning could be brewing.
Standing in now, Tommy Edman, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. As a look, now the pitch. Curveball misses inside.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
Hit down the third baseline. But this will get fouled. 2-1. As a look, now the pitch. Swing and he pops him up. And no one can get there. We'll try it again. Working for the punch out and the offering. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. The runners are at first and second with 1 away. Lifted in the air to center field. Inciarte's there. 2 down. second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat. And that's cut on and missed 0-1. Away. And another foul ball. Another one sent foul.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Here's the 0-2. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around.
I thought he held up too.
They're down 1-0. Digging in now, Max Fried. 9-1-2 due up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Liner toward right center. But this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. One out, nobody on. Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. That'll bring up Ozzie Albies. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Fouled away.
2-out lightning definitely applies to this offense. If this 2-hole hitter can get on, they can start something serious.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit softly down the line at first, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Now here's the pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3, so they hold a 1-0 lead. to hit will be the pitcher, Miles Michaelis, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Here comes. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1. And now a swing and a routine fly ball out towards center. Inciarte is there, and he has it for the first out. Now to the plate, Colton Wong. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch coming, here it is.
Nope.
The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
Borderline pitch right there. But as a low ball hitter, you can live with that as long as the umpire doesn't give him north as well.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Made him look silly with that one.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line drive to center field. Inciarte is there now, and he has it, 2 gone. So digging in now, Matt Carpenter. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
And he fouls this one off.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch, wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
The 0-2 once more. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Oh, and he can't come up with it. You see Freddie Freeman start things off when we return. 3 innings complete. Atlanta leads it 1-0. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as Freddie Freeman settles in to start out the inning. Now the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And as you can see there, both guys topping out at 96 miles an hour. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. That'll bring up the big RBI bat of Marcell Ozuna.
That last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out. And try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
And now he'll foul this one off as well to fall behind here, no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off. Not in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2.
air to straightaway left. Edmund is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for route number 2.
Now that.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Hard hit to first. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove. Ender Inciarte will be the next to bat, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Inciarte, playing here in his age 29 season. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. Bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Braves on top, 1-0. Bottom of the inning now. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. So far, over 1 with a flyout.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that. For this offensive player, after coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Lined into right, a base hit.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
Paul DeYoung digs in next. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Swanson is there. And that's the first out of the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Yadier Molina, 1 for 1 after a single this first time up. He's set and the pitch.
Hey, it's a game of execution. If the pitcher stays right there, this lineup's going to continue to have a tough time.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at 2. There's 1. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5 to 4 to 3 to end the threat. Don't touch that dial, or the remote for that matter. More on the show right after this. So coming to the plate, Johan Camargo. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. First delivery to him on the way. A ball and no strikes. That's inside. 2-0.
You
can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Now the 2-0. This is swung on and popped up, crossing into foul territory now behind third. There to take it in is Carpenter for the first out. So the base is empty here with one away, and that brings up the former #1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson. 50th pitch of the game on its way. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball, 1-1. Into left center for a base hit.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8, 9-hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing with that.
At the plate, Max Fried. And they'll try and play for one here as he gets this one down. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow! Acuna digs in now. Runner in scoring position with Cigar. Keep this a one-run game. The pitch lifted out towards straightaway center field. Bader is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Braves strand one. They lead it 1-0. Welcome back to Busch Stadium as we send it down to Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Thank you, Heidi. Here's Dexter Fowler now. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
The pitch. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Hey, as a hitter right here, you can't be leaning out over. I know those first 2 pitches were in the outer half, but nothing saying he can't ride a fastball in right here.
And Fowler swings and misses as he's retired for round number 1.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Stepping in now, Tommy Edman. And he'll probably send it in the air out to center field. In there, base hit.
Boy, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
He's got to put that ball behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
No runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Now a move over to first, and he'll be back in standing up. The 0-1 pitch. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. It's got to be hit hard. If you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
Home.
You know, that almost works like a pitch out there. Maybe you get the guy to chase out of the zone, but at the very least, it gives the catcher something good to throw if the man on first is on the move.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the second time this afternoon.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with a strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
At the plate now, Miles Michaelis, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Pitch on its way. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
He came to play today, not just only on the bump right there. He's thrown the ball well, but on the offensive side of the ball, he's able to contribute, help this offense put itself in position to score some more runs.
Colton Wong will stand in as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. He's set. The 0-1. Pitch is way outside and he can't even get a glove on it. So now 2 men in scoring position. Outside with the curveball for a ball.
That's a great take right there. You knew the pitcher was going to try and expand the zone, 0-2 in a big spot, and he was able to spit on that one. Hopefully get something in the heart of the plate this pitch.
Ready with the 1-2. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Cards strand a couple. They trail this one 1-0. Set for the start of the inning, so up steps Ozzie Albies. He's grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. Here comes the first pitch.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown a first pitch strike to.
Albies with a 1-1 count now.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you've got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
Now the pitch. This one's down to 3rd. Carpenter is there. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
So the leadoff man's gone, and that'll bring in the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Now here's the pitch.
A little bit backwards in this situation, I'd expect a hitter to be sitting off speed.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Grounded to the right. Wong is there. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Marcell Ozuna will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning. As we flash you back and take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's the pitch.
Yep, that ball went out.
2 out, nobody on. Outside, 2-1.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. A good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Taken, strike 2. And that's ball 3 now as it just misses below the zone. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up, or he can really hurt you.
Into the box now, Travis d'Arnaud. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. A runner on first with 2 away. Line to the right side. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Ozuna rounds third and is digging for the plate. He will score as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
Great piece of hitting here, man.
Alright, so after this half inning, I'm going to stop this and let the camcorder charge up, and then we'll resume.
That allowed the runner to come all the way around from first to score, and that was a great piece of hitting.
Box, Ender Inciarte. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Excuse me.
Here's the 0-1. Oh, good spot on the black for strike 2.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
Got him. Lively fastball.
Alright, so we're going to stop it here and let the camcorder charge up, and I will be back on the other side. Hello everybody, we're back.
Time, and it puts an end to the inning. Braves pick up a run on the RBI double. Bottom of the sixth is straight ahead. It's now 2-0 Atlanta.
Braves are up 2-0 going into the bottom of the sixth.
I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top three guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, man. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Paul Goldschmidt. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch coming, here it is. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Now here's the pitch. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he misses there. 1-2.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
Hit in the air to center field. Chasing after it is Inciarte. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Batter number 11.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First delivery to him on the way. The windup and the 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
Fouled off. Hit hard down the left field line, but this will be foul.
I'll tell you right now, he let go of that one, and he wanted to pull it back. That was a hanger, bad spot over the Harvard plate. He's lucky. He's lucky that's getting sent back to him.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Line drive to center field. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far. And the 2-out hit keeps the inning alive for Yadier Molina.
And that's just another base hit in a long line of many. Seems like he's been pitching from the stretch the entire game, but somehow he's still got a shutout going. We'll see how long he can make this last.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Ball and a strike.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
hit on the ground out to short. Swanson scoops it up. Over to Albies covering at second, and that'll do it. One left for the Cardinals. They're still down. It's 2-0. Here's Johan Camargo. He'll start the seventh, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Comes the first pitch. This is skied into short left center. Edman comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for route number one.
Now batting, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Ready once again, Dansby Swanson. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way.
Oh, that's just out. Come on.
One out, nobody on. 2-0 the count to Dansby Swanson. Lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Into the corner and slicing foul. Two count, here it comes.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Hit back up the middle. And that finds its way into center for a one-out base hit. The throw into second. Throw won't get him.
That was kind of silly.
And as a result, he'll be tagged with the E8 on the play. To the plate now, Max Fried. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. He laid down a sacrifice bunt in his last trip. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball, 1-1. One and two now to the Braves pitcher. Runner at second here with one man out. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
Right down Main Street, caught him looking.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Standing in now, Ronald Acuna as he rips it on the ground to second. And that's through into center field, base hit. And the runner from second is in to score.
Hey, D-Roll, that's That's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Here it comes, 1-0. And there he goes towards second. Pitch misses the throw down.
Molina's got an arm.
Second base, trying to get into scoring position.
That was awesome.
The inning is over. Another look at the throw down that results in a 3rd out on the bases. More baseball on the show right after this. Stepping into the box, Dexter Fowler. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Hang on, guys. I gotta do something real quick. For the 7th inning strike.
Any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the 3rd baseline. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hit out towards second. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. Now at the plate, Tommy Edman. Last time through was a base hit. Here comes the first pitch. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen.
He's going to have to go in the game.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to pump off on a fastball and sailed on it.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
Got to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-0. High in the air down the right field line. Acuna is over near the line now as he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Stepping up now, Harrison Bader. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
No one, no play.
2 out, nobody on. Two balls and no strikes to the Cardinals center fielder.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Cardinals. They trail it here 3-0. Tyler Webb has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 30. Tyler.
Ozzie Albies will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here. Now here's the pitch. Rounded down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Webb, a 6'5" left-hander. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Fowler has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. It's been a low-scoring affair. 3-0 our score as we show you the numbers for our 2 starters to this point in the contest. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
From the stretch. They'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Here's the pitch. And it's fouled away. Both teams with 6 hits so far. 3-1. Marcell Ozuna waits on deck. right side. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. And that'll bring in Marcell Ozuna. Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Hey, a changeup can be a pretty good pitch on the first pitch. Kind of slow down a good fastball hitter.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he takes strike 2.
You got to cover the whole plate now after letting him steal 2 strikes on the inside half.
Here it comes. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Two out, nobody on. Fouled away. Now a fastball swung on, missed, and that is out number 3. Down in order go the Braves, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Lane Thomas will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th. First pitch is a curveball that's inside, 1-0. Thomas, just 24 years of age. He was a 5th-round pick during the 2014 draft.
Hey, this middle round selection is still developing, but he's doing it at the big league level, and he has a lot of time to get his tool set ironed out.
And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Here's Colton Wong now. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more capable of that than others, but not a lot of good things tend to happen when you work as hard as he has in this one.
Here comes the Braves manager out as he'll take that slow walk toward the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Shane Green enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. Matt Carpenter will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. He's set. Here it comes. Hit softly on the ground at first. Scooped up. 1 there. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Braves 3 and the Cardinals nothing. number 62. Will take the ball now as the new pitcher. Set to start the ninth in this one, so striding forward now, Travis d'Arnaud. It was an RBI double for him in his last turn to the plate.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get. Maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Well behind that fastball, it's a swinging strike. Fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
At the plate, Ender Inciarte. And a ball 1-0. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Advantage count, 2-0 to the Braves center fielder.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside, and that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with firewood in a broken bat.
Left side, but well fouled. The 2-1. Hit hard on the ground to third. And he goes to a knee to try to knock it down, but it's by him down the line.
Sometimes you just got to tip your hat to the offense right there. Nice piece of hitting. Executed his pitch away again, but the hitter was able to stay on time.
And the next in is Johan Camargo, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Comes the 0-1. Runners on first with 1 down. Fouled off. To fight this one foul over near the left-hand side, and that'll keep the count steady at 0-2. From the stretch. Hit out towards second. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit.
Well, that's just the case, D-Roll. You got to make a little bit better pitches with 2 strikes. Jumps ahead 0-2, then a couple of foul balls, and on pitch number 5, he squares one up for a base hit.
Yeah, I can't tell you how nice that feels right there. You battle to get and count leverage and fight to get your ace swing off. 0-2, you're almost turned around walking back to your dugout, so that's a nice piece of it.
Dansby Swanson is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. From the belt, the pitch, skied into straightaway right. Fowler back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Nick Markakis will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there. And now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. 2 left for Atlanta. They lead it 3-0. Mark Melanson takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 36, Mark Melanson.
Now in the box, Paul Goldschmidt. And then what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Well, no, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on
Hit high and deep out to left field. And it's gone!
You were saying, Matt Vasgersian, about the shutout?
It's a solo shot here for Paul Goldschmidt. And the Redbirds are on the board. It's now a 3-1 game.
that, my friends, is a cardinal sin for any closer. You can't give up the long ball. Good thing for him, he still has the lead. We'll see now if he can rebound and actually keep it there.
Stepping in now, Paul DeYoung. Breaking ball as this runs in on him, but he has to step out of the way that time. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. There's the good knuckle curve, a ball and a strike. Taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Melanson, originally from the Centennial State of Colorado. He was a 9th-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2006.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off.
Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. Braves are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. Great day's work any way you look at it.
One of the big keys to having a good pitching performance is not being afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. And this guy certainly wasn't in this one. Didn't allow a walk all game long.
Yadi Molina digging in now. And he popped him up. And that's in there. Base hit. That'll bring in the switch-hitting outfielder Dexter Fowler. From the belt, the pitch. First pitch fastball, swung on and missed 0-1.
Hey, no shame in that. Your eyes light up when that heater comes above the belt. That's so tough to lay off of.
0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. To second for 1. Back to first, but it's right over his head. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Well, when this play started, it all looked good. They get the lead runner, no problem, but he just doesn't make the return throw, and the hitter ends up safely at second. Not the result they were hoping for on what should have been a nice double play.
Digging in, Tommy Edman, who represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it. So he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Yanked on the ground down the line. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting, but it was the only run he gave up, and he hangs on to collect the save.
3-1 the final score this afternoon. Atlanta took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Max Fried takes home the win. Miles Michaels takes the loss despite...
Alright, guys.
So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac.
We will see you on the next video, which will be, if you give me just a second, I will look it up and tell you. The next video will be Game 3. I believe it's Game 3. Boston and St. Louis in the NHL semifinals.
The final light score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Atlanta Braves.
And we will have that recorded sometime tomorrow. Just wanted to let you guys know there probably will be no recordings on Sunday, May the 10th because of Mother's Day. And Monday, I was going to take the day off and do uploads. But I may move that to Tuesday because I got 2 appointments on Tuesday. So I don't know yet if we're probably going to have uploads on Tuesday. So there will be hockey tomorrow. There will be no video on Sunday, and then the next preliminary game in the NBA will be Denver at Boston, and probably record that on Monday. So that's what's coming up on the channel. I will see you guys on the other side, and I appreciate you watching. Give a like and subscribe if you like this content. Thank you. Bye.